let's get right to it. Andrew Garfield is way overdue for a third Spider-Man film. Now, normally, when you get an actor or actress to play as a comic book character, they're sometimes taller or shorter than their comic book counterpart. Take Wolverine, for example. In the comics, Wolverine's 5'3". In real life, Hugh Jackman is 6'2", 6'3", a foot taller than Wolverine. But for the past 20 years, he has played the hell out of Wolverine and done a damn good job at it too. Now, no disrespect to Tom Holland, nor Tobey Maguire, but Andrew Garfield definitely checks all the boxes to play as Spider-Man. In the comic books, Peter Parker is 5'10" and weighs between 160 to 170. In real life, Andrew Garfield is 5'10" and weighs anywhere between 160 to 170. Matched up, mirror to mirror, word for word, bar for bar. Perfect. Now, it's been over 10 years since The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and 3 years since Spider-Man No Way Home. And speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home, I love the fact how his Spider-Man had a redemption arc where he saved MJ so that Tom Holland's Spider-Man wouldn't go through the same trauma he did when he failed to save Gwen Stacy. Now, 10 years since Amazing Spider-Man 2, they was hinting at the Sinister Six. There's been plenty of times to make that happen. But we don't know what the people at Sony have been doing. Instead, they've been making Venom, Morbius, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, characters that exist in Spider-Man's universe, but they could have used Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to interact with these characters. All right? And I'm not going to count Spider-Man No Way Home as a trilogy because that is a shared Spider-Man film which takes place in the MCU in their multiverse saga. But it's still an awesome movie regardless. But again, Andrew Garfield deserves a third crack at The Amazing Spider-Man. As a matter of fact, Garfield himself said he is willing to come back as Spider-Man. But Sony, the producers and the writers, have to make the script right and do right by that character. And there's no excuses. The source material is there. And if Sony fails to do that, well, it's just another example of what Brown Baldy says, failing an open book test. Just my thoughts, just my opinion, and as always, just saying.